So it is 2:03, and getting started a little later today. I actually started on pretty much right on time, but it's like 2 o'clock. So I guess when I say getting started later, I mean getting started later taking a video. What I wanted to start doing is documenting each day and what I'm doing and what's going on, both the good, the bad, and the ugly, the transparent, the really exciting stuff, the really crappy stuff, and just show this. Show this guys to you. I think some of the things that I really love about just the stuff in our industry with network marketing and online marketing, there's so much easy access to information and to people, but at the same time, I think a lot of people only show the good stuff, the glossy stuff, the stuff that is fun. And while that's awesome, and I think that should be shown, and I'm going to show you as much as I can of that, I think also the vulnerable parts, the parts that maybe aren't as fun, or the things that suck, like as you're going through them, not just the stuff that you hear, months later when it's all been overcome, or years later, because sometimes we can't go through that right away. But I want to do that, so we'll start that, and in a second here, take you guys downstairs and show you the desk. Later today, we've got a phone team, so we've got some of our team coming over to make some calls. And last week we it did really, really good. I think I'm trying to remember the numbers. I can't remember them right now, but it basically just tons and tons of calls were made. The end of last week was absolutely crazy. Like this group of people was probably I think there's 10 of them, and they were making maybe like 3 to 5 like really good connections a day, meaning like they were checking interest with like 3 to 5 people a day among the 10. And by the end of like a 2-week time frame, they're up to 50 to 55 a day, which has been super awesome. So it's been really, really great to watch it. So right now, I'm currently working on some of this stuff, which you can't see that, but that is the pricing structure that I'm going to be utilizing for Free Before Freedom. Still working on that. Currently, it's at a couple thousand with personal coaching, and the more I think about it, I'm like, you know what? If I was in the position like where a lot of my prospective clients or prospective customers would be in, I don't know, like the personal coaching thing that's the best thing that I can do to personally add value. Like it's the thing that will help someone the most, for sure, bar none, absolutely. But I don't think in the beginning, like I don't know if I would have wanted that personal coaching. I think I may have been intimidated by someone who, someone like looking so closely at my life, my business, and paying for that. So I've been like, you know what, maybe the personal coaching, like the big product plus personal coaching wasn't the route to go. Maybe it is just the product, and maybe down the line we add in personal coaching as an option. Maybe not, I don't know. But I've been thinking about this a lot. I'm like, I think that's actually it. I think the price point's a little too high. It's got to come down a bit, and I think I got to remove the personal coaching, not because I'm lazy, but because I think it's going to be less of a barrier. And then I can add it back in later to those people that buy the product. For obviously I got to cover my time, so for more money. But yeah, it's been pretty wild. So when I did this with the last set of products, I spent a good amount of time, obviously building them and then selling them. And it was the price point adjustment that made it take off. I found out I was selling one of my products for a little bit too high, and right when I adjusted it, it went kaboom. And typically the issue is the opposite. Most people are selling it too low, and they don't realize that upping the price will actually not affect the conversions, which is pretty funny. I'm the opposite. I usually start off, or I have been starting off too much and having to lower it. But when I lower it, it goes boom. So this is, I think it's a little bit of a 2-step. It's you got to lower it a bit. I think I got to remove the personal coaching out, and then do something with the guarantee, because I'm not going to do a 30-day money-back guarantee on this, because it's going to be pricier than $50. It's going to be at least $500, maybe it's going to be $500 to $1,000, somewhere in there. And what we all know in the information marketing world is there's a lot of refunds. It is what it is. It sucks. I think it's stupid. I've never refunded an information product in my life. because, I mean, when you refund, it's like something was defective with the product. Like if you refund a physical thing, if you buy a grill, for instance, like you're not going to refund it because you're like, oh, I cooked on this grill 3 times and, it's fine. I just don't want the grill anymore. Like Home Depot's going to say, yeah, well, you cooked on it 3 times, so sorry. But the information world, it's, even though you give the product that was described, you still get a lot of refunds, and you do your very best to try to mitigate those, try to go above and beyond to mitigate those. Like I try to personally call every person that buys a product over $50 in our business, which is a lot of phone calls, but it's like I know most people in this space aren't doing that, so it's like, okay, I try to do that. Each person that buys anything over $50, not only do they get a regular package in the mail, but they get like an upgraded package, so it's got like a special gift in there, it's got a written letter from me, and stuff like that. But when people are like basically like marking on their calendar that like, I bought this $150 product, and I'm marking on my calendar to return this in 28 days. I'm trying to milk it for everything it's worth and then return and get my money back. Like, it is what it is. It's kind of shady, but when I'm putting money out there for like ads to try to acquire these new prospects, new clients, like it gets a little tough to gauge. You're like, okay, cool, I can count on this money, and then someone's refunding you 28 days out of the 30. It gets a little bit ridiculous. So all is well and good, but I will probably think of something to do with the refund, just the guarantee, how it's worded. Like I want to make sure that people know like I stand behind everything that I do, and I am going to do that. But I'm also not going to like cater to people that are just trying to like siphon off knowledge without having any real intention of like actually buying it. They're basically just like putting a hold on it with their credit card and then returning it. So thinking about that, and in a second here, I'll take you downstairs. Wife is on the phone right now, so we'll take you down when she gets off, and I'll show you the big desk. It's pretty cool. I'm sure the audio isn't going to be too great on this, but I'm driving. Yeah, as you can tell. Just met up some awesome dude at Starbucks. Went over there to work on some things for a bit, and totally crazy. You say some prayers, and the right people show up in your path. This guy wasn't necessarily a prospect for the network marketing business, but he could be a really awesome connection for the online marketing stuff, for the Free Before Freedom stuff that we've been talking about. Just super cool. He owns an agency, and it's just kind of getting off the ground, and he's kind of in a spot now where he is at where I was at maybe a year and a half ago, agency-wise, and was able to add some value to him and help him out, and then he was able to give me some insight into some of the products that are being sold today, things that I knew about but maybe didn't have as much exposure to, and it's just super, super cool. So I was able to kind of do what I could and serve in some sort of small way, and then he was able to help me out by kind of giving me an insight into what that world is looking like from his perspective at this exact time, because for me that was a year and a half ago. So really, really cool. And today I was praying, and I was talking to you guys about it a little bit ago, about like just finding the right price point for this thing, and while I don't have that answered, I have a lot more insight now, and it's really, really exciting all because of this. So anyway, guys, there is a Mustang next to me. No one likes Mustangs except for that guy and maybe a few of you, but I'm a high-powered import guy. So anyway, with that, we'll see you. And that is a remote control car that has been super fun. So told you I would show you downstairs. Well, it got dark, it got a little late, so now it's like super dim, which is depressing. But we're having a phone team right now at our place, and it's like either hush hush or super loud. And so people are on the phone right now, so we're not going to go up there because we'll distract everyone. But we'll show you downstairs, which is kind of cool. You'll probably see a lot of it. But this is the desk. So that is the office that Ashley and I work out of, and we're back in the garage, of course, and it's been really, really cool. So I told you I'd show you guys that. Thought we'd actually talk about something useful with the desk, but we're not. But anyway, this is my Z. I just picked it up from storage, so it is super ghetto looking right now. There's a picture on there. Get the battery charger going, just to slow charge it and break down the crap on the battery. But yeah, it's a total sleeper. If you're a car guy, it's roughly about 550 horse right now. So a lot of stuff has been done, and motor's been rebuilt. Pretty much every bolt on you could think of, but it needs a lot of TLC since it's been in storage for so long. And I started to paint it about 10 years ago. Never, or no, maybe not 10 years ago, maybe 6 years ago, and never got to repainting much of it. Like, it repainted the outside, but didn't get the jams and stuff. So work in progress, but we'll see it progress. You got a little boost controller. Yeah, good time. So anyway, gonna head off to Home Team. Gonna go head off and make some more calls myself, and help some of these guys make some calls, and then do our powwow with some of the Indy crew and the Colorado crew. So with that, guys, I'll see you soon. So we got Tom here warming up, racing against a little car here.
It's super dark.
Lined up here. So you have to cross the speed bump. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. All right. You want to count it?
You can't even see
2, 1, go.
Oh!
So Tom, that was a little hard to see what exactly happened. Would you describe the race in a little bit of detail?
I counted down. 3, 2, 1, go! And I sprinted. And about halfway through, I still didn't see the car. I was like, yes, I'm gonna beat the car. I'm going 40 miles an hour. And then right about 3/4 of the way, I saw it like a bullet speed past me, like Zach had been like holding back until the very end, and then powered through. And right as it hit the speed bump, the ending point, took off and started, and then right at that moment, it was like slow motion. I was like, no! And saw it spinning and spinning. And it's landed like on the spoiler, and it kept flipping, and I was like, uh-oh. Zach talks about how his dad broke his car a few times, and I would kind of encourage him, saying, it'll be fine, go over the speed bump, no problem. But I picked it up, put it down, and it still drove.
Life is good.
That's right, life is good.
Got Usain Bolt Tom. Peacing out.
Peace.